So we discussed 2.7 little bit and then we had to stop. So we will continue with 2.7. So let us all chant together this verse. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So reading from Bhagavad Gita, chapter 2, verse number 7. Karpanya doshopahata svabhava. Karpanya doshopahata svabhava. Prichhami tvam dharma sammudachetah. Prichhami tam dharma sammudachetah. Yakshreshan nishchitam bruhi tanme. Yakshreshan nishchitam bruhi tanme. Nishchitam. Shishyasteham sadhimam tvam prapannam. Shishyasteham sadhimam tvam prapannam. So we will now read the translation. Anamika, can you read the translation from there?
Now I am confused about my duty and have lost all composure because of miserly weakness. In this condition, I am asking you to tell me for certain what is best for me. Now I am your disciple and a soul surrendered unto you. Please instruct me.
Thank you. So last week we discussed this is a turning point in Bhagavad Gita. Why it is a turning point? Because as you can see on the screen, Krishna and Arjun. Earlier it was opposite. Krishna was sitting down on the chariot, Arjun was sitting on the top, and Arjun was talking with Krishna this way. Take me to the center of the battlefield. Now things have changed. Arjun is sitting towards the feet of Lord Krishna. So Arjun is sitting towards the feet of Lord Krishna, and so things have changed. So this is a turning point because this is the first time Arjun accepts Lord Krishna as his Guru. अर्जुन ने भगवान श्री कृष्ण को अपना गुरु करके अपना लिया है. Earlier they were friends. Now they are in a different role. So both Arjun and Lord Krishna at this time are over 100 years old. This is from Dwapar Yuga we are talking. 16-17 साल के नहीं है. Both are 100 years old. So between Arjun and Krishna for 100 years they have been talking to each other. दोस्ती के जैसा, as a friend. But now Arjun has changed due to the conditions, various conditions. Arjun has now accepted Lord Krishna as his Guru. Even though they are 100 years old, one thing we must remember that Lord Krishna never becomes old. He is Nava Yovanam. Nava Yovanam means always like a youthful boy, 16 years old, ever young. So many of us want to remain ever young. But we can't. All our hair will recede, white hair, and then slowly the skin will fade and this and that. But Krishna is Bhagavan. He is Nava Yovanam. He will always remain young. And hence, all over the internet and everywhere where you search, you will never find Krishna with a dadi and with a beard and with a mustache, white hair. There is no idol or no temple anywhere where Krishna is in old age. He is always shown as young. In Vrindavan, when you go, you will see Krishna Balram as young boys, cowherd boys. How many of you been to the Vrindavan temple? ISKCON Vrindavan temple? Yes, many of you have been, yes. So there are 3 sets of deities there. Krishna Balram is the first set of, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Nityananda Prabhu is the first set of deities, and Krishna Balram, and then Shri Radha and Krishna. So 3 sets of deities we have. So in Vrindavan it is known as Krishna Balram temple. Right in the center, Krishna and Balram are there, both young boys, black and white. Krishna is black, Balaram is white. By the way, my son Siddhant is currently in Vrindavan. So after his exams, he has gone to Vrindavan. And long before the exams were about to start, he said, Papa, after exams, I want to go to Vrindavan. And I said, what will you do in Vrindavan? He said, I will be the part of the kirtan team. So in Vrindavan temple, Krishna Balaram temple, there is 24 hours kirtan going on. Kirtan never stops. So this kirtan was started by our most dear disciple of Srila Prabhupada, Sripad Andhra Prabhu. So Indra Prabhu started 24-hour kirtan in Vrindavan. So if you go online, if you search Indra Prabhu Kirtan, then you will see and hear his kirtan. And it is completely out of the world. The kirtan that we do here and the kirtan that Indra Prabhu does. So 24-hour kirtan always goes on in Krishna Balaram temple, and Siddhant wanted to be part of it. So he is there in Vrindavan. I don't know what slot he will get allocated, but generally when people are new, then they will get allocated the night slot. It could be either from 10 p.m. to 1 or from 1 to 4 a.m. That's the most difficult time, when you have no one to do wah 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 wah, no one to do clapping. Yeah, so there is no one allowed in the temple actually. The temple is closed, but the kirtan allowed inside. The kirtan team will do kirtan. That way the 3 or 4 boys will do together. And it is just them and the Lord behind the closed doors. So, a highly spiritually charged atmosphere, but a highly challenging atmosphere also. So I am hoping that it uplifts his spiritual journey and he gets some good experience in focusing his mind on the kirtan and doing kirtan for the Lord. Right now sometimes we get in a mode when we do kirtan to lift the kirtan and kirtan for the Bhakti Vriksha members, so that they can participate, because that time we think what kirtan to take so that you will be able to reciprocate. Today's kirtan was also bit on the tougher lines. So Vrishabhanu was saying, ये लोग बोलेंगे क्या? मैंने कहा try करते हैं. So but yeah, so but there it is different. So at night from 1 to 4 a.m. you are doing kirtan. So it is a difficult time. But yes, this is what bhakti is all about. And so I request your blessings for Siddhant, that he is able to stay there and able to execute this challenging task and able to uplift himself. Haribol. So here, as we see on the screen here, Arjun has accepted Krishna as his guru and master, and we went to Krishna Balaram temple. Why? Because we always say that Krishna is always Navva Yovanam. So now Arjun is making Krishna as a guru. Why is he making Lord Krishna as a guru? Because Arjun is currently confused. He is in a confused state. As we saw in the verse, Karpanya doshopahata svabhava prichhami tam dharma sammuda chet. So he is confused. He doesn't know what is right, what is wrong. And why is he confused? Because Arjun is seeing everything from a material point of view. Arjun जो है वो भौतिक जगत के हिसाब से सबको देख रहा है. अर्जुन सब मटेरियल पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से देख रहे हैं. Even though he was intelligent, even though he is speaking logical reasoning of why he doesn't want to fight the war, even he has quoted some references from the Shastras of sins will occur and things like that, still he is confused whether he should fight or not fight. वो समझ में नहीं आ रहा है उसको. And hence in this material world is a state of confusion. Every time in our life also we are also confused like Arjun only ना. करना है कि नहीं करना है, what is right, what is wrong, करूँ कि नहीं करूँ, किया तो क्या होगा, what will happen, will it be a right result, wrong result. Everywhere in our life we are in such a confused state, no different than Arjun's state. Sometimes we think this is a right path and sometimes we think it is a wrong path, but we definitely can't say it is a right or a wrong path. So Arjuna is saying, Doshopahata, Karpanya Doshopahata Swabhava, Doshopahata. I have been overwhelmed with a fault. I say, which fault? Karpanya means miserliness or cowardliness. Miser matlab कंजूस. I say. So Arjuna is saying, I am being overcome with the fault of becoming cowardly and not fighting the battle. I say. So this is the fault in Arjuna's mind, and there is another problem Arjuna is facing. So कार्पण्य दोषो पहत स्वभाव पृच्छामिताम धर्म सम्मूढ़ चेता. धर्म सम्मूढ़ चेता मतलब बोल रहा है कि my mind is bewildered and my consciousness is perplexed. So what is my duty? What am I supposed to do? So let's see a line by line definition on the next screen here. देखो ना, कार्पण्य दोषो पहत स्वभाव. Due to miserly weakness, I am afflicted. ऐसे बोले. पृच्छामि त्वाम धर्म सम्मूढ़ चेता. I ask you, being confused about my duty. यक्षेयशान निश्चितम ब्रूहि तन्मे. Tell me for certain. निश्चितम. He is telling Krishna, निश्चित मुझे पक्का बताओ, लड़ू के नहीं लड़ू. What should I do? शिष्यस्ते हम साधिमाम त्वाम प्रपन्नम. Now I am your disciple and a soul surrendered unto you. Please instruct me. This is Arjuna is saying. So this nature of this world is bewilderment, as we said earlier. Every living being is put into bewilderment. So this is what we learn from Bhagavad Gita. ये जीवन मिला है, हमेशा confusion रहेगा माइंड में, पता नहीं चलेगा कि सही है कि गलत क्या है, ऐसे. So we are perplexed at each stage of this life, and this is what we learn from this particular shloka. So Arjuna's bewilderment is about dharma. And the second line में देखेंगे ना, पृच्छामि त्वाम धर्म सम्मूढ़ चेता. धर्म कि मेरा ड्यूटी क्या है, what is it that I am supposed to do and what is it I should not do. Shall I fight, shall I not fight, is it proper for me or is it sinful, पाप लगेगा कि नहीं लगेगा. So these doubts are afflicting Arjuna's mind, and he is in a duality. He is not able to make up his mind, and therefore he uses the word स्वभाव. कहाँ पे है स्वभाव? फर्स्ट लाइन में, कार्पण्य दोषो पहत स्वभाव. स्वभाव मतलब क्या? What does स्वभाव means? स्वभाव means nature. Nature. Now tell me, is it easy to change somebody's nature? Very difficult, है ना? Very difficult. Nature मतलब क्या है? Very very difficult, है ना? But Arjun क्या है? So here dharma, here स्वभाव or nature means it is more about the varna. Like Arjun is a Kshatriya. So what is a Kshatriya's duty? Kshatriya's duty is to fight. I say fight, yeah. If somebody instigates a Kshatriya and says, तुम मारा मारी करता है क्या मेरे से? Are you ready for battle? Kshatriya will always say yes. He can't say no because that is in his blood. That is why he is born in the Kshatriya family from birth. So he is very enthusiastic. Reciprocate करेंगे. Yes, चल दो हाथ हो जाते हैं ऐसे. I challenge you. He will accept. So Kshatriya's fighting nature will always accept the fight. So what is the fault here in Arjun's case? He doesn't want to fight. He wants to go again his Kshatriya nature. ऐसे. Now Arjun is a very very powerful Kshatriya, and he has already, by the time before he has come to this battle, he has done various things, and he has successfully conquered so many armies and this and that. So Arjun is a very very powerful one. But this, what is that thing that is making Arjun bewildered? Arjun confusion में क्यों है? Why is he in confusion? Arjun, he is such a powerful person ना, इतना जबरदस्त योद्धा है, and he has all the nice swords and everything is there. Still, why is he bewildered? He is concerned about family. Yes, correct. He has families. When one is thinking about his family, what do we call that? Attachment. Now this family and everything around his family, house, car, wealth, what are all these? These are all material attachments. Material attachment. So we are also materially attached to everything. And when we have material attachment, then we will always be in confusion like Arjun. But the moment we go on to the spiritual platform, which His Holiness from the Vrindavan The Maharaj also says, which Maharaj? Shri Premananda Ji Maharaj. So he also says, you always have to think about the Lord. Always keep on chanting. Keep yourself on the material platform. Don't get engaged or don't get involved anywhere else. Continuously, all the acharyas have said in the past. Current acharyas also saying. Why I am mentioning about Shri Premananda Ji Maharaj Ji? Because he is currently the topmost acharya available. Srila Prabhupada Ji also mentioned the same thing. In all his books and in all his lectures, he is saying, Krishna is your only savior. भगवान से कनेक्शन करो ऐसे. So material attachment is making Arjun bewildered. So this is his स्वभाव. And the स्वभाव or the nature, स्वभाव or nature depends on the body that we have. So the body is governed by the three gunas, sattva gun, rajogun and tamogun. है ना? Sattva gun is the mode of goodness, rajogun is the mode of passion, and tamogun is the mode of ignorance. ऐसे. So the nature due to the three modes is very difficult to change, and it is also mentioned in the Shastras. It is said, Swayadi kriyate raja sa kim na uparhanam. It is said, if a dog is placed on the king's throne, एक कुत्ते को राजा के गद्दी पे बिठा दिया तो क्या होगा? For some time he may sit on the king's throne, but the moment you show a bone to the dog, कुत्ते को हड्डी दिखाए तो he will forget that he is on the Raja's throne. He will immediately jump up behind the king. So that is his nature, स्वभाव. You can't change that स्वभाव. ऐसे. So a nature is very, very difficult to change. So for a Kshatriya, a call to battle is everything, and he must not resist. Some examples we have of Kshatriya are of Dhruv Maharaj, such a small boy, but he was insulted by his stepmother. That if you want to sit on your father's lap, then you have to take birth through my womb. He goes back to his mother and tells her, and mother says, I am helpless because your father loves the stepmother more. Then the boy asked, who can help me? And he said, only the Lord can help me. So mother is a spiritual guru for Dhruv. Even you all are spiritual gurus for your children. You always, when in any problem, you always have to guide your children to the Lord. पहले भगवान को याद करो. ऐसे. So Suniti and Suruchi. Dhruv's mother is Suniti. All right. So Suniti Devi, she tells him to pray to the Lord, and then we all know the story. So Dhruv goes, he takes Narad Muni intercepts him, and yeah, that's nice. Put the lights on. Narad Muni intercepts him, and then Narad Muni also tries. अरे छोटा बच्चा है, जंगल में शेर आ जाते हैं, lion, tiger, wild animals are in the jungle. Go home, and it's okay, no problem. But Dhruv says नहीं, उसने मुझे insult किया. Kshatriya blood, ऐसे. So Kshatriya will always be ready for war. So the Kshatriya is always in the mode of passion. If the Kshatriya is in mode of goodness, the dominant mode is passion. If his dominant mode is goodness, then he can't be Kshatriya. बोलेगा क्यों मारामारी करना है, रहने दो, शांति रखे. नहीं, Kshatriya will. That is the only Kshatriyas like can go into the army. If we don't have Kshatriyas, then we would have by now been captured by the neighboring nation. So army people are full of Kshatriya blood. You tell them to sit down and pray, ऐसा होगा नहीं हुआ. मेरे लिए prayer is my banduk. That is how they are made. So even we'll tell a Brahmana story also. So Brahmana story also. So there was once a Brahmin, and he was doing his Gayatri in the river. So for Gayatri you take the water and you again offer it. So when he was doing the Gayatri and he was taking the water, that time a scorpion came. बिच्छू आया उसके हाथ में. So that scorpion was in the water and it was drowning. So the Brahmin wanted to save him. So he took the scorpion out and he wanted to go and keep him on the shore. But the moment he took the scorpion out, the scorpion bit him. Then immediately the Brahmin did this, the scorpion fell again in water. And again the Brahmin took. फिर से Brahmin ने वो बिच्छू को उठाया. फिर बिच्छू ने काटा, फिर छोड़ दिया. Again the Brahmin did that. And again this is happening many times. So there is another person standing next to him there, and he is asking, ऐसा क्यों कर रहे हो? Why are you after that scorpion? मारने दो उसको. बोलता है कि the Brahmin says, my nature is of goodness, compassion. मुझे बचाना है. So I am doing my duty. But the scorpion's nature is to bite. He is doing his duty, I am doing my duty. It doesn't matter. I have to do my duty and I have to save him. So we should not leave our duty. This is what we learn from this Brahmin story. So he is acting according to his guna. So Brahmin is in a sattva guna, compassionate, forgiving, and to be tolerant. Sattva guna is to be tolerant. For us to progress in Krishna consciousness, we have to be at the minimum sattva gun. हमें सत्व गुण की तरफ आना है. Mode of goodness. And that is why Srila Prabhupada has created an schedule. If we follow that schedule, then we will automatically come to the mode of goodness. The schedule is getting up early, chanting our rounds in Brahma Muhurta. The moment you do that, you will come into mode of goodness. You will see good things, you will see mind is calm. And then once you have chanted your rounds, then you are doing prasad and things like that, cooking for the Lord. So सब ये सत्व गुण के सारे ये. If you don't follow this, then you won't come to sattva gun. And then there are some very strict rules and regulations, especially onion and garlic. If we don't consume it, it helps us to progress towards sattva gun faster. If you cut an onion, क्या स्मेल आएगा उसमें से ना? Pungent odor will come. Eat garlic, pungent odor will come the moment you open your mouth. That means it is a mode of ignorance. That is why for people who want to progress faster in bhakti, onion, garlic, any kind of toxic, any kind of tamasic food is not allowed. Mushroom also becomes part of that food. This is sometimes very strict. Pizza खा रहे हैं, mushroom है. But mushroom is a tamasic food. It grows in darkness. It is one kind of a algae. So hence it is avoidable. If you eat it now, it's not the end of the world. But if you want to progress, if bhakti is your goal, and for which sattva gun is the launching platform, then you have to do it. नहीं करेंगे तो क्या होगा? भक्ति फिर भी कर सकते हैं, but you will not progress. जो फास्ट गाड़ी है, you will not progress. What will happen then? Already now you see what is happening in Bangladesh. Temples are being destroyed. So many things are happening. So Srila Prabhupada said it is 10,000 years are the golden period during which temples will still remain, and bhakti and other things, the names of the Lord like we are meeting here will still happen. But the way things are progressing, Kali Yuga is approaching fast, very fast. Waqf Board Act, properties in India may go any time, no guarantee. The current government may do whatever they want, and it may seem that everything is in control for the moment, but 10, 15, 20, 25 years later, who knows what will happen. Some other corrupt government may come, then everything will go. You may also have to do namaz 5 times. Very possible. So hence we have to take bhakti seriously while everything is there. We have to take it very, very seriously and try and speed up our process towards attaining Lord. I say. So we were talking about the nature. We saw an example of Dhruv Maharaj, who is a Kshatriya, his nature. We saw an example of a Brahmin who is in a mode of goodness, compassionate. I say. And then we will see a nature of a Kshatriya also, Vaishya also. Vaishya is a businessman. He is always thinking about how to earn money. I say. So businessman, he will take every opportunity to make money. I say. And that is his nature. And that is his vision is like that. Even if he goes to the forest, businessman, if you take him to the forest, he will look at all the trees and say, मैं लकड़े का business करता हूँ, है ना? So that is his business ऐसे. So his for a Vaishya, his स्वभाव is a mixed rajas and tamas. It's a mixture, business people ऐसे. And then so that's the nature of Vaishya. And then there is tamogun. Tamogun means people who get up very late, like to sleep all the time, even when the sun has risen, sleep late, get up late, 9:30, 10. This is tamogun, mode of ignorance. If you have some qualities, I have some teenagers here who are thinking what's wrong in sleeping till 10, then what the material nature thinks, oh, this boy or this girl likes to sleep for a long time. Why this human body? Why not take a polar bear? 6 months sleeping, huh? Polar bear banja, 6 months to sleep. No one disturbing, hibernation. And at the moment you get up, you will have fresh fish to eat. What a life, huh? Fresh salmon who are migrating at that time. You see in the National Geographic channel. Yeah, you are laughing, that's nice, but it is a serious thing. If you are in tamogun, if you have, and all of us have this quality of tamogun, and sometimes it happens with me also. Tamogun may take over, and sometimes if I sleep too late, then by the time I get up it is 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, especially on a Friday night when I reach home. It is very difficult then to get up at Mangala. But then the moment you give a slack, thoda sa dil ja, acha hai, Krishna will understand, I have already done my thing. No, then you can't chant during the day. Every time I have done that and I get up late, then you see the message that I post is late, because then the work starts building up. During the day I get so many calls, I have to work, and then somehow when I take that beat back, I don't get that peaceful feeling of chanting nicely. मजा नहीं आता. Then it is more about ticking कि किया है काम बस ऐसे. We don't want that kind of a chanting. Chanting is one-on-one with the Lord. It is a very, very intimate thing with Krishna, and when we are chanting we have to be fully focused, and that can happen only in Brahma Muhurat. Brahma Muhurat में ही chanting होता है. I find it so nice when Ravindra ji and they both put their message, 16 rounds done by 6:30 or sometimes 6 o'clock, and sometimes the early Anjali Mataji is also doing. So बहुत अच्छा लगता है ये कि then you get motivated. Oh, 16 rounds कर दिया, मेरा late चल रहा है. Good. So that is a healthy competition we want to have. So if you don't do chanting, then that is the only way to connect to the Lord. Then again, your process of bhakti will be slow. You will be overcome with material possessions. मजा नहीं आएगा फिर. So it is very important that we don't be in tamogun. We take all the steps, because this human life is very, very rare. There is no guarantee that the next life will be in Melbourne with nice family, nice parents supporting you all. I am talking about the teenagers here. Full support, free medical. The moment you have something out from the mouth, parents immediately get it for you. Immediately. I say. So not necessary next life it will be that way. What if you get to be born somewhere in the Amazon forest? There will be a fire in between and you will be doing a parikrama of the fire instead of parikrama of Tulsi Devi. So yes, very, very important. So tamogun, so the tamogun is very, very dangerous. We have to get out of tamogun, and that can happen only when you take serious steps. Jabardast, serious steps. Because what is happening is the entire world is doing something different, and these 50-60 people that are sitting here are going against the thing. So it is a very challenging thing. Outside you see today is Friday night, People are drinking, making merry, and kind of enjoying life, enjoying in their own sense. And we are here, sitting here, reading Bhagavad Gita, and I'm trying to scare you off of your next life. So, but you still are here. This thing, because we have understood the importance of the human birth, and that is why we are here. Okay. So in spite of me telling all these things, you are still here, coming Friday after Friday. So that's the beauty of this, because now you are all you have understood the goal of your life, and you are all working towards that goal. So this is Swabhav, very very difficult. Okay. So but nevertheless, Arjun, now what has happened? Because of this material infliction, because of his material attachments, he was a lion, Kshatriya. अभी एक बकरी बन गया है. He has become a lamb like mentality has happened. I am not going to fight. I better beg. This and that he is telling. Okay. And Krishna is like, क्या कर रहा है ऐसे. All right. So we will then now go to the next verse. Next verse is 2.7, 2.8. So let us read the translation for 2.8.
I can find no means to drive away this grief which is drying up my senses. I will not be able to dispel it even if I win a prosperous, unrivaled kingdom on earth with sovereignty like the demigods in heaven.
Let me just open up the Veda base so that we can see what Srila Prabhupada's purport is. Give me one tick. Purport, please.
Although Arjuna was putting forward so many arguments based on knowledge of the principles of religion and moral codes, it appears that he was unable to solve this real problem without the help of the spiritual master, Lord Shri Krishna. He could understand that this so-called knowledge was useless in driving away his problems, which were drying up his whole existence, and it was impossible for him to solve such perplexities without the help of a spiritual master like Lord Krishna. Academic knowledge, scholarship, high position, etc. are useless in solving.
Okay. Thoda slow. He could, so spiritual master, Lord Shri Krishna, full stop. Then he could understand, from there.
He could understand that his so-called knowledge was useless in driving away his problems, which were drying up his whole existence, and it was impossible for him to solve such perplexities without the help of a spiritual master like Lord Krishna. Academic knowledge, scholarship, high position, etc. are all useless in solving the problems of life. Help can be given only by a spiritual master like Krishna. Therefore, the conclusion is that a spiritual master who is 100% Krishna conscious is the bona fide spiritual master, for he can solve the problems of life. Lord Chaitanya said, one who is a master in the science of Krishna consciousness, regardless of his social position, is the real spiritual master.
Thank you so much. So, what do we understand from this purport? Any points here? Anyone wants to? हाँ हाँ क्या लिखा है?
Bona fide spiritual master. Basically, that's
Yeah, spiritual master. So from the previous verse, पिछले verse से, we understand that Arjuna has accepted Krishna as his spiritual master, guru. It also means we all need a guru in our life, because the perplexities are present in our life also. So we need a guru, we need a spiritual master who is going to guide us. Guide us in what? Guide us in how to attain Lord Krishna. Not guide us in कि 3-bedroom flat लो कि 4-bedroom लो, है ना? So we are not going to approach spiritual master with a material thing. We can do that, but that is not the real purpose of spiritual master. So okay. So what are we saying here? So what is Srila Prabhupada giving the purpose? That we need a spiritual master. He could not understand this so-called knowledge was useless. Academic knowledge, scholarship, high position, etc. are useless in solving the problems of life, and help can be given only by a spiritual master like Krishna, it is said. What does this mean? अभी तो हमारे जीवन में गुरु नहीं है. We don't have a spiritual master in our life. So Krishna is our spiritual master for now. So what are we doing? We are praying to Krishna that please send a spiritual master in my life who can guide me to come to you. So in that sense, our first spiritual guru, if you so like, is Bhagavan Krishna. But we can't attain Krishna without a spiritual master in between. So spiritual master will then show you the path to attain Krishna. So for now, we all must pray to the Lord कि मेरे जीवन में भी एक गुरु भेजो. Please also send me a bona fide guru in my life who can show me the path to approach. And so till the time you don't find a bona fide guru, the most bona fide guru is Srila Prabhupada right now. Because we are reading his books. Because of ISKCON we are here. I say. And then those who like, they can also approach Premanandi Maharaj, who bhi hai. So this way we need a bona fide spiritual master. I say. So what it is said here, the conclusion is that the spiritual master is 100% Krishna consciousness, is the bona fide spiritual master, for he can solve the problems of life. And before that it is said, academic knowledge, scholarship, high position, etc. are useless in solving the problems of life. So it is said, no matter how much money you have, no matter how much contacts you have, it cannot help you to solve your problems. It is said here in Srimad Bhagavatam. This is canto number 10, chapter 14 and verse number 58. It is said, Padam Padam Yat Vipadam Na Tesham. Padam Padam. It is said at every step of life. So let us read the. Yes, can you read? I wanted to read the translation.
For those who have accepted the boat of the lotus feet of the Lord, who is the shelter of the cosmic manifestation and is famous as Murari, the enemy of the Mura demon, the ocean of the material world is like the water contained on a calf's hoof print. The goal is Param Padam Vaikuntha, the place where there are no material miseries, not the place where there is danger at every step.
Thank you, very nicely. Param, so the fourth line, the goal is Param Padam. It is very nicely said. Good. So what it is said, so this shloka, it says, Samshrayitaye pada pallava plavam Mahatpadam punya yasho murare bhavam buddhir vatsa padam param padam 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 yat vipadam natesham. It is said, Murari, those who have taken the shelter of Murari or Lord Krishna. It is said, Padam Padam Yad Vipadam Natesham. It is said, at every step of our life, every step there is danger. Bhagavatam mein bataya, every step there is danger in our life. But if we have taken the shelter of Murari, it is said, if we have, those who have accepted the boat of the lotus feet of the Lord Murari, then for them, will the problems stop coming? Problems will continue to come, but that problem will be like a calf's hoof print, the water in the calf's hoof print. This material ocean is huge. The problems are like a huge material ocean. But if we take the shelter of Lord Murari, then the problem will become very, very small. It is like given calf's hoof print में कितना पानी आता है. First of all, a cow is a full-fledged footprint. उसका बछड़ा है calf, small footprint. And when the calf has a small footprint, if you turn it 180 degrees this way, then there is only little two small gaps in which there is water there. So how easily we can cross that? So hence this verse, very, very important verse, KMV verse, key memory verse. We should all recite this. Padam padam yad vipadam na tesham. So if we take shelter of Bhagwan Krishna, then this entire material world, which is like an ocean, will become shortened like a calf's water containing the calf's hoof print. So their goal is Param Padam, Vaikuntha, the place where there is no material miseries. So we will attain Vaikuntha Lok. Yes, sir. On Wednesday night, I have this Shayana Arati Puja, last puja of the day, last Arati of the day, and after that I have to put the Lord to sleep. The Pujari has to put the Lord to sleep. The Lord has his own bed. This Chota Krishna and Chota Radha, Choti Radha, they are put in the bed. So to sleep, you have to turn off the light. So I did all of that. And when I came out of the altar room, I was locking the altar doors, and I was locking it. And then I heard a voice behind, Prabhuji, can I speak with you? So I was locking, and then I looked behind. So there was a lady. Basically, she was a mother because she also had a child in her hand, around 4 or 5 years old daughter. So when I looked at both of them, she said, can I speak for you for 2 minutes? But when I looked at her, I thought it's not going to be 2 minutes. So I said, let me finish my seva and then I'll come to you. So I finished up, locked up, I did all the things that I have to do, and then she waited for me 15 minutes because it took time for me to finish up everything. And then I went outside, and so she was there, her husband was also there, and the girl child was also there. And then I asked her, like, what can I help you with? How should I help you? And she said, can you bless my child? And I said, okay. So what is the main reason behind it? The birthday, things like that. Generally it will happen, but I knew it was not a birthday. So then she said she has been diagnosed with some illness. I said, okay. So I said, let us have a seat, because and I thought it will be a long talk. So we just sat on the benches outside in the temple courtyard. And then both the husband and wife were sitting, and the child was there. So they are from Ballarat, a Bengali family, Das. So then they both mustered the courage and they both discussed with each other. And then they said, we want to tell you that she has been diagnosed with cancer. So I said, okay. So it is a very, very delicate situation, and a very, very, how should I put it? It's a crisis for any parent when their only child is diagnosed with cancer, and the child is happily playing, and the cancer diagnosis just happened 4 or 5 days ago. So earlier I was thinking they will be crying or something. It was a very delicate situation, but both the husband and wife were very much calm and composed. So, and it was a very delicate situation, like what do I do now? I mean, blessings and prayers, and I don't have a magic hand that I can bless, and then we all know that. But how do I convey this to them? And why I'm sharing this with you, because this is padam padam. Every step of the life, there is problem in this material world. So they both are highly educated, both are into IT, earning a nice salary, things like that. Just when you think life is perfectly set, and you are working towards your career goals and you want to progress in life, then things like this happen. And then you realize that you are no longer in control. Whatever money you have is of no good use, because even the doctors may have told that there is no real cure for cancer as such. So some people, 1 out of 10, like Navjot Singh Sidhu's wife, will cure 100% from cancer. But so many people are following the same diet. Nothing happens, I am telling you. Whatever you do, neem ka patta khao, this khao, that khao. If your karma has to play, then that is it. Finish. Then no matter, no doctor can help you. So these are very few examples here which we see. You must have all heard, right? Navjot Singh Sidhu saying his wife has completely been cured by following a certain diet, but that's not the case with everyone. So anyway, yeah, I was with them for around half an hour, and I slowly introduced the philosophy also to them, because I told them, try to understand the root cause, why this has happened. And they say, why it has happened, Prabhuji? And I said, are you ready to listen to this? And they said, yeah, we were ready. So first I asked them, like, are you connected with any program of Bhakti Vriksha? They said they live in Ballarat. So I given them some context to get in touch with a program. But they were very persistent. I want to understand the root cause. I said, yeah, the root cause is karma. And I gave them an example of, a person killing 3 people or, doing something incorrect. So for 3 people also there is Fasi, and for 1 person also there is Fasi. If you kill 1 person, then you will be hanged to death. For 3 people, 4 people also you will be hanged to death. But then that is not fair. So for the extra people that you have hanged to, that you have killed, you will be given punishment in your next life, and then next life, and then next life. So it follows. So they understood that example, and then I said, look, so it is a thing, but then there is a solution, and the solution is, I'm not saying the cancer is going to get cured, but the solution is you at least take up the path of spirituality. That way you will find the strength, you will find the devotee support to help you first focus, get your mind calm, and then approach this situation with a brave heart. With a brave heart that, oh my Lord, now that I have surrendered to you, I know this problem has come because I have done something bad in the past. I am responsible for this. But because I have surrendered to you, you have given this as a concocted dose. So, oh my Lord, I pray to you that may I always remain in bhakti, fixed in bhakti, in spite of all these things happening around me. Oh my Lord, may I pray to you that I may never leave devotee association, that I may always be protected by devotee association. Oh my Lord, let me never forget my true spiritual identity. What is that identity? That you are my Bhagavan, you are my Lord and Master, and I am your servant. Let me never forget this. Let me also be in the mood of helping others, helping the devotee community, in the mood of servant. Yeah? So when we pray this way to the Lord, then you can see the amount of courage and faith that you will get. Anytime there is a problem in our life, you always have to pray this way to the Lord. That Lord, you gave me this problem, I know because of my past deeds, but छोटा करके दिया है तुमने. You have given a concocted problem, concocted dose. So thank you so much. But please help me come over this. Help me remember you all the time. Help me come into devotee association. That's it. So we did that. Hopefully they were very, very receptive. I'm hoping that they will get in contact with the local Ballarat group, and they will probably get some support. And I prayed for them, and let us all pray for them too, that the Lord guides them in their journey in this most difficult time. This is a very, very difficult time when somebody comes to you with this situation and expects miracle, that you bless and do something, because we can't do this. We can't just pacify them and say, "Acha blessing de diya, मैं जाता हूँ." Then you have to be with them and you have to guide them towards the correct path. So they said they had a Bhagavad Gita, because I was about to give them a copy also. That this is something that you, and I said, yeah, keep chanting the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, take a jukebox, get in touch with some devotees, and they will help. And obviously keep the medical treatment on. That is important. Do whatever you can from a medical perspective, but don't forget the spiritual side of it. That's all I messaged them. So all right. So padam padam vipadam. So it is said here. So Arjun is again, here it is said he can't find a way to progress ahead. So that's the point. I am now reading from Bhagavad Subodhini. So Subodhini also has some points. I know I've shared this with you earlier, right? This is a good small thing. So it says, so a guru has to be approached to solve the perplexities of life and to understand the solution. Arjun realized that so-called knowledge, wealth and material comforts are useless in solving his problems. Therefore, he wants to stop friendly talks with Krishna and become a disciple of Krishna. as he finds no one superior to him. Alright, and then I also have this, these are some notes. When we studied Bhakti Shastri, thank you for putting that thing, man. I was about to leave the battlefield from here and go. So when you are reading, you can also see. So what are the focus of learning points? Let me just make this big. Only Krishna or his representative as spiritual master can help. If a spiritual master, कोई भी गुरु है, who is not linked to Krishna or Radha, then he can't be a true guru in that sense. If your guru is not at that level, then he can't help you get out of this material world. This is what I mean. There are various gurus, but who can give moksha? Vishnu or Krishna. That we know clearly. So we want somebody who is linked to them. Otherwise, there are various other gurus who will just bewilder you. Some people will take you to meditation, just sit, look at the light, this, that, and you will waste a lot of time. Obviously, it will help you make good, make nice, but if your goal is to get out of this material world, then Krishna is the only one given everywhere in the scriptures, and this is what we have just read from Canto 10 also. So be very, very careful in who you choose as your guru. So who is a bona fide spiritual master? So we'll continue till the class. Definition and so one who is 100% Krishna consciousness and one who can solve all problems of life. And 100% Krishna consciousness means somebody exactly like Srila Prabhupada, somebody exactly like Srila Premanandaji Maharaj. Day and night thinking about Krishna and Radha. That's it. So it is said from reference from Padma Purana, it is said only a Vaishnava can become a bona fide spiritual master. Who is a Vaishnava? A Vaishnava is somebody who follows, who worships Krishna or Vishnu. Yes. Is a true Vaishnava. So the temporary nature of the economic development and world supremacy, it is said. So temporary, so people can't help you. Anybody else can't help you. Even if we are progressing economically, it's not going to help us. ऐसे. The only way to real happiness is by taking shelter of Guru and Shastra. Taking shelter of a spiritual master and taking shelter of Shastra. मतलब you are reading Bhagavad Gita, you are reading Srimad Bhagavatam. Daily जब भी पढ़ते हो तभी mind clear होता है. Every day Srimad Bhagavatam पढ़ना ही चाहिए. And that is why I tell you all, you can't do it on your own. And Friday to Friday for 2 hours, long time. The progress will be very slow. होगा नहीं. Every day morning when the temple broadcasts the 7:45 Srimad Bhagavatam class, there are excellent speakers, one after another. Everyone is working hard towards preparing for that class. So you must get online onto the YouTube channel because you are staying in Manda. We can't expect you to come to the temple and attend. So be online. काम करते रहने का. Kitchen में काम कर रहे हो. Some people are doing other things. Put that thing. Buy some of this. What do you call? Some Bluetooth earphones. Use technology for progressing in spirituality. Put that, and that is your 45-minute class. Every day morning, if you hear that Srimad Bhagavatam class, your consciousness will change so much. You will be prepared for the day. So that you have to hear every day morning. Essay. And then before he's sleeping at night, like way our Naveen Prabhu does, his entire family reads Srimad Bhagavatam. Now they have completed 5 chapters. He just recently shared me. Prabhuji 5 फर्स्ट कैंटो के हुए हैं कि कैसे किया है कि आपने
प्रथम स्कंद,
हाँ प्रथम
द्वितीय स्कंद,
हर स्कंद के 12 स्कंद है ना, तो हर स्कंद के 5-5 आपने पहले पढ़ लिया ऐसा. वाओ, दैट इज अ ग्रेट. सो ही हैज रेड, he and his family and mother and father have read the first 5 chapters of all cantos. Is great, fantastic. So Srimad Bhagavatam is not a sequential thing. You can open any canto and still start reading, and you will still understand what is happening. So very nice. I'm very it is very what do you call, very motivating for all of us. So all of us must implement this. 5 minutes पढ़ना है, मोनी माता, because you have 2-3 young daughters. लेके बैठो 5 मिनट, सबको 2-2 लाइन पढ़ाओ. Every night that must be a thing. Because what happens when you read and then you sleep, then your consciousness is Krishna Mai. You are thinking about Krishna when you have read. Now you are sleeping. Again, that is then a very spiritual sleep, because you have just read about the Lord. So hopefully you will not get bad dreams and things like that. In the morning when you get up, again you start praying immediately. Hey Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute. You take that water, everything, and then start your day by remembering the Lord. Do your chanting japa, subah kar diya fatafat. And then here that 7:45 class, if you do that, this perfect, then you can attack the day, because all of us have to go to work. We all have targets. Some people have to open a shop and go. Some people have to receive the customers. People like me have to go out in the van, start cleaning, this, that, so many things. We all have our own work. So anything can happen. Recently, our Anjali Mataji's husband, Mrityunjay Prabhu, so he was working and he lifted something very heavily. And so there is a muscle tear in his left thigh. So that has put him down. So he can't easily move. It will take time. Any muscle tear will take time to recover. So I was speaking with him on the phone. I called him day before yesterday, and I've requested him that now that you are at one position, you can't do much of work physically. Now is the time to catch hold of that mala. अभी नहीं तो कभी नहीं, मैंने बोला उनको. माला उनको पकड़ाया आपने? एक माला करते? 2-4 किया है. भगवान की दया हो. 2-4 किया, 2 और 4 6. हाँ. That's what I told. I said you chant any Lord's name that you like. If you chant the Hare Krishna mantra, that is fine. If you just want to do Krishna Krishna, or you just want to do Radhe Radhe, that is also fine. But do it. So because he was not doing anything earlier, so that is a great thing. Very nice. So let us all pray that he gets well soon and he joins us in his class. So yes. So next week we will talk about the qualities of spiritual master and the qualities of disciple also. So there is a verse in Bhagavad Gita in chapter 4. Tad vidhi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya upadekshanti te jnanam jnanina sattvadarshina. How to approach a spiritual master, what is the quality of a disciple, how he should ask questions, in what mood he should ask questions. So that we will discuss a bit in the next class. We will end this class for today. If you have any questions, you can ask. Yes, Tapan Prabhu, what question you have?
Probably जो आपने पहले शुरू किया था, जो पहले आपने शुरू किया था कि the way it is heading,
the way the world is heading,
the
society and
all the planet Earth.
Yes.
कलयुग का जो प्रकोप बढ़ रहा है, जो increasing things.
Yeah, the Kali effect is increasing. Yes.
असुरा शक्ति जो कलयुग का असुर.
The demons.
The
Yes.
demons are growing.
Yeah, asuras are rising. Yes.
So doing
Solution. What is the solution? Yes, to prevent the asuras from rising. Yeah. So this world, this Kali Yuga itself is meant that way. Say in Kali Yuga, in earlier yugas, in Satyuga, demons or asuras were in a different planet. Then came Treta Yuga. The demons and devatas, they came on the same planet. Then in Dwapar Yuga, they came within the same family, Kaurava and Pandavas. and now in Kali Yuga, the demon is within the same body. Same person can act as a demon, asura, and then same person can become good during the daytime. As evening comes, 6 o'clock, asuric tendency चालू हो जाता है. ऐसे. So asuric tendencies will keep on, and as Kali Yuga will rise, so asuras will gain more power, and that is when who is going to conquer them? Lord Krishna, and otherwise nobody. So Lord Krishna will come in the form of Kalki, and then he will destroy everyone. That is said in the Shastra. But for us, we just have to focus on our spirituality for now, and then just try and gain things and progress spiritually and get out of this world which is getting dangerous day by day. There is no other way. There is no other way. If you're talking from a material perspective, yes, we need to be together. We need to be together as a Sanatan group. We need to ensure that we study together, we protect each other properly. So yes, that discussion can happen, and it's endless discussion. But yeah, for now, asuras